Truth has no form. What is the true form of truth? Truth not taking shape, it makes it possible for you to become it. The truth is always waiting for you to represent it as it really is. Truth has no form, and when you represent the truth, you are representing what is beyond all circumstances, making you realize that you are the miracle. It is the salvation of you and everyone. When you put yourself as an existence, and refer to yourself as part of God, know that God is the reason for every moment you live in your life. Why do I say that? Because your inner truth will manifest and overcome your difficulties. No matter how the moment is going, every moment happens thanks to God, thanks to the half of you that will make you eternally and immensely happy. Whether you do something productive or not, tedious or not, abundant or not, the truth is still behind every moment. Bringing the highest perspective on your moment, which is always your destiny and your reason for living. Regardless of what you are experiencing at the moment. You imagine that there is the food of ecstasy, being poured out at all times, for you to taste it and renew your virtues. This food that generates ecstasy is a combination of ingredients, a perfect food, because it contains all its divinity. Your divinity is your own food available in every moment of your eternity. Your divinity contains all wisdom. Your divinity contains the source of love. His divinity contains all unconditional full virtues. His divinity is eternal and infinite. That is why evolution always turns into divine ecstasy. This is why you reach ecstasy in the moments in your life, when you feel most profoundly happy, and grateful for what you are experiencing. Truth then has a form, and at the same time truth has no form. In the sense that the truth, when it manifests itself, it can manifest itself as the void, the nothingness. But at the same time, when you know that, out of nowhere, everything happens, you know that the truth has no form. And when you take the form of nothingness in your thoughts, you renew yourself and you can create something new, and more amazing. This is the power of truth. This is the power that, out of nowhere, everything happens. When you allow your inner part, which is nothingness itself, to dwell as your own thoughts like an empty wave, the truth will be revealed once more. For when you observe and don't judge, you just perceive what is really there, beyond any idea. Create the form of truth and constantly empty it. As an idea of extremes. On the one hand, an idea that takes everything into account. And another that takes into account nothingness. The one that takes everything, but everything into consideration to draw any conclusion about each thing, all knowledge about reality, in order to be rational and loving with each thing that you are experiencing, in each moment. And the other one that takes nothing into account, is the way to totally disinvest from the situation, and become like passive water, and no matter what question you are experiencing, the answer is always nothingness, a state of being alone. And then you will realize what you also realize when you consider everything, including that you are love. In both cases the real one is revealed. Which is true regardless of thoughts. And what is false, when drawing conclusions, in which it has not considered factors that nullify the veracity of things. What is false is dangerous, for what is being false is not taking into account something that is significant. Something significant like love, when not taken into account in every issue, can lead to temporary degradation of life itself and those around it. Temporary degradation, because what is always true is love, and it will always be renewed for everyone. Life doesn't stop, and neither does love. Eternal life has always happened and always will, for this is the self-imposed truth. Lucky your life. Anything less than love is false, so everything always returns to its original form. All there is to life is self-sustaining love. Then things like unhappiness and distortions will all be transformed into love. For love is like a softener and revitalizer, making herself like love again. being the food of life at all times, because, again, love doesn't stop. Many in ignorance try to stop love, but the only thing that doesn't have to do anything to keep happening is the force of love, which makes everything return to itself, to the truth behind things. The force of love is the force of truth. The force of truth is the force that takes everything into account. And it is the force of the void, which reveals everything. And it is the force of nothingness that makes everything happen. A great argument is that truth has no form, because if the truth is the nothing that can become everything, really the best form to give to the truth, is the formless form, and the possibility of becoming anything. The truth having no form is a good argument, for oneself and for the other, when it is at some impasse, as leading to conclude something that brings unhappiness. From there, starting from the void or nothing, build a better understanding of the subject, or simply go in another direction. That is, creating something new that makes the moment worthwhile again. The moment that is most worthwhile is when love is explicit and being perceived, and everyone is living under the inner command of the heart. The past no longer matters as much as the present moment we are living. Now it's time to change destiny, changing destiny itself first. For then the consequence of each expression of you that manifests, to be the new destiny manifesting itself. And you realizing yourself being, the cause of the blessings you will reap. Feeding on the source of love, which lies within you. Being the river of life where love flows. If you understand the game of life, you understand the love behind things. Then you really are free. You remove the veils by yourself. Surprise yourself as the void, the portal to infinite possibility. Delight in this freedom that God Father Mother wants to give you back, and fulfill your heart's desire eternally. To regain your freedom and continue living in eternal bliss. Namaste.